Mommies! Welcome to another episode of the Mommy Lounge podcast. Ako si Mommy Loy, VA, mentor, trainer, and your fellow mom na working from home. Today's episode, I just felt na kailangan ko siyang itagalog kasi feeling ko mas makaka-relate kayo sa mga sasabihin ko dito. Plus, kayo yung mas better makarinig nito, hindi yung mga kliyente or possible clients out there who might be listening to this episode. Today's episode is kind of very close to my heart kasi kung may isa akong pagkakamaling nagawa nung nag-uumpisa pa lang ako bilang VA, and actually realize ko up until now, ito yun. At sigurado ako, marami sa inyong makaka-relate, especially yung mga experienced and seasoned virtual assistants na katulad ko. So let's talk about being a people pleaser. Minsan, akala natin, kabaitan lang to. Pero, mamis, iba ang pagiging kind sa pagiging people pleaser. Being kind means may boundaries ka pa rin. Alam mo pa rin kung ano yung tama at fair para sa'yo. Pero kapag people pleaser ka na, nawawala na yung sarili mong needs para lang mapasaya mo yung client mo. Hindi mo na kayang magsabi ng no. Kahit wala ka ng tulog, gagawin mo pa rin. Kahit hindi na covered sa scope mo, sige lang. No, sasagot mo yon. Okay lang po, no? Kahit hindi na siya healthy for your mental health, pinipilit mo pa rin. Alam ko maraming mommy VAs ang sobrang empathic. Nature na natin yan. Maalaga, maunawain, and always willing to help. Pero tandaan natin, kindness is not the same as self-sacrifice. Sometimes, nadadala tayo sa takot. Takot mawalan ng client, ay nako, isa yan. Takot ma-judge na mahirap kausap. O di naman kaya, takot na baka hindi ka na i-refer sa iba. Pero mommies, tandaan nyo, good clients respect boundaries. And if they don't, then baka hindi lang sila yung right client for us. So ano nga ba yung mga signs kapag you're being exploited na by your client? Well, isa dyan yung palaging may dinadagdag na task na hindi pinag-uusapan o hindi napag-usapan. And that's why it's very important that you always have in your contracts a list of scope of work or tasks na dapat gagawin nyo sa isang client. Para kung sakaling magkagipitan at ganyan, magbibigay siya ng additional task, you can always go back and say, hey, our contract says this is not part of my work. Second sign is late magbayad or worse, palaging may delay. And this is one of those things na up until now, dilemma ko. And I had a very bad experience before na delaying tactic talaga. To the point na yung isa pang client na yun, sinisi pa ako for not being able na makapag-deliver yung isa sa mga staff ko. So, kanya-kanya sila ng kwento, pero if ever may ganyang kang kliyente, asahan mo na, he or she is not respecting you at all as her partner or his partner doon sa kanyang business. Pangatlo, minamasama kapag nagpaalam ka. Yung tipong papalam ka para mag-day off o kapag may emergency sa anak mo. Ako guilty din ako sometimes ito sa mga staff ko. Pero kasi I do know if the staff is lying. You know, you're making alibis. Pero always keep it in my mind na baka kaya siya nag-aalibay kasi kailangan niya talaga na wag mo nang pumasok. Maybe he or she is not, wala sa tamang sitwasyon or he or she doesn't feel like going to work lang talaga. Minsan kasi may mga ganong moments tayo, di ba? So, if tayo naman yung ganon, no, sa client natin, and mag-aalibay tayo na, wala akong or may sakit si ganito, it's because sometimes we don't really feel like going to work. Di ba? So, some clients should o at least man lang kung wala naman talagang major impact doon sa operations niya, I think if they feel that we are doing some alibis, dapat sumagi din sa isip nila na kaya kas naman nagpapaalam is because you're not ready to work. And para na lang hindi kahiya-hiya or tipong hindi naman ma-offend si client, instead na sabihin mo, ayoko mag-work na yun wala ko sa mood. Kaya instead na sabihin mo ganon, di mag-aalibay ka na lang. So, siguro dapat empathetic din si client that she or he understands where you're coming from, why you would probably have to say alibis. But of course, like I said, being a VA, iba pa rin yung trustworthy tayo. Yung may integridad and always transparent dun sa client natin. Mas pang-apat na sign na mafe-feel mong na-exploit ka na is parang ikaw na lahat. Graphic designer, admin, video editing, lahat na, ikaw na. Which most of the VAs nowadays, lahat ng mga nakikita ko mga VA positions, mga job openings, ganyan-ganyan. No, yung parang multitasker, all-in-one kind of thing ba? So, siguro yung mga outsourcing companies, saka yung mismong companies themselves, may problema dyan. Kasi like, if I am an outsourcing company na rin naman, I would always tell the client na wag nating i-overwork yung workload ng iisang tao. If we can find 2 to 3 VAs doing different task para sa business mo, yun yung gawin natin. Para kung sakaling mag-resign ng isa, meron pang matitirang 2. No? Hindi ka, as a business owner, hindi ka mapipilayan. Kasi 3 naman sila o 2 naman silang hinar mo. Which actually, that happened to one of my clients. 2 yung hinar nila sa company namin. And so happen yung isa, biglaan talagang umalis. And good thing meron pang isa. So yung isang natira, siya yung sumalo doon sa ginagawa nung isang umalis. So hindi napilayan yung operation, nagtuloy yung mga nakapending na task noon doon sa umalis na staff niya. So parang ganun lang yung ini-employ ko, parang ini-implement ko sa business ko ngayon. Now that I am now an agency owner, instead na isang tao all around, nasa kanya lahat at siya gagawa lahat, ginagawa ko ngayon, nagre-recommend ako ng iba't ibang tao sa iba't ibang role. And talagang hinahanap ko na, okay, pag graphic designing yung pag-uusapan, hanap tayo ng graphic designer dyan. Pag kailangan mo ng someone na parang project coordinator kung EA mo, okay, hanap tayo dyan. If you want someone na gagawa ng website mo, magsiseyo din doon, then hanap din tayo dyan. Nang sa ganon, hindi yung 3 activity o 3 responsibilities, main responsibilities na yun, nasa isang tao. Diba? Kasi down the road, ma-burn out yung VA. So para maiwasan yon, ayun, mag-designate lang talaga ng iba't ibang tao sa bawat role. So kung ganyan yung sitwasyon mo ngayon, no? And mainly, alam ko naman, umuo ka doon sa ganong sitwasyon dahil yun nga, syempre, opportunity to work, additional income and all. Pero pag ganyan, as much as possible, hindian nyo. Kasi mangyayari, oo nga, malaki sweldo and all, pero kung ikaw lang yung mag-isang gagawa niyan, pagkatagalan niyan, mananawa ka. Pero if ikaw yung tipo ng VA na, okay, sige, gagawin ko lahat yan. Ipapromise ko sa inyo, gagawin ko lahat yan. Pero magde-delegate ka na lang, hire ka ng mga junior VAs to do that for you. Maybe that could work. Pero syempre, you want na, hindi na babawasan sana yung sahod mo, di ba? So might as well, tell them na, okay, ito lang yung kaya ko. No? Project coordination lang ako. All the rest, the graphic, the social media, the web design, or whatsoever, kuha tayo ng bawat isa dyan, no? Bawat isang tao dyan. So, in that way, nakabuo ka na ng isang maliit na team, ikaw pa yung nagmamanage for her or for your, for client, di ba? So, tingin ko mas maganda yung ganong approach instead of yung nakagawian ng approach even ng mga outsourcing companies na isang tao, isang VA, lahat siya na yung nag-handle. And then lastly, isa sa mga signs na na-exploit ka na ng isang kliyente is napapansin mong lagi ka ng pagod, stressed, or umiiyak pagkatapos mong mag-work. And to tell you honestly, I did experience that, no? If ever na nagkaganyan ako sa isang kliyente ko, yun na yung indication na ay sumusobra na si client. Kailangan ko ng i-refresh yung mind niya na uy, ano ka na, overboard ka na. Parang na-overwork na ako yung ganun ba. So I need to tell the client or make them be reminded na ito lang ang kaya kong gawin sa ganitong amount of hours. And ako mismo as an agency owner and also a project manager, sometimes sa sobrang dami nga kasi ng pinapagawa ng client and then kinakascade ko yan sa staff ko, ako mismo, guilty ako sa mga ganyan. Minsan may mga staff ako na lahat na lang binigay ko sa kanya. Simply because I want them to learn everything that I know as well. Then, I just realized kapag if I step back and then I would see na, ay, ang dami pala niyang task, overloaded na pala siya. Sakto na ma-realize, sige, ito, pagawa ko na lang kay ganito. Ito, wag na ikaw gumawa niyan ngayon. Sa next week na yan. Diba? Yung ganon, minsan ganon, kailangan kong upuan para makita ko lang na, uy, overloaded na tong tao na to. Baka magalit na siya sa akin o baka magtampo na because of sa dami ng binibigay ko sa kanyang trabaho. And sobra akong sensitive sa ganyan. As much as possible, I don't want to exploit. And I do not exploit people. It's more of gusto ko lang ma-realize din ng mga juniors ko na nagdaan ako sa pinagdadaanan nyo ngayon. And whatever that you learn from me through the activities that we have inside the team, it's for your own good. No? Yung tipong pag umalis ka sa company ko, marketable ka talaga. Tipong may portfolio ka. Hindi ka hindi ka mahihiya during interviews ba? No? You're gonna be proud and confident na, uy, nagawa ko to. And I was successful in doing that because I had a good mentor, because I was given enough opportunity to practice that. So, yun. So, again ulitin ko lang, mga signs kung kailan nyo masasabing na i-exploit na kayo ni client. Palaging may dagdag na task na hindi naman ninyo pinag-usapan, late magbayad, or worse, palaging may delay, minamasama kapag nagpapaalam ka for a day off or kapag may emergency, parang ikaw na lahat, graphic designer, admin, video editing, and so much more. And lastly, napapansin mong lagi kang pagod, stress, or umiiyak ka na pagkatapos mong mag-work. Kung nararamdaman mo na yan, pause ka muna. You are not overreacting. Hindi ka drama queen. You are setting standards. Hindi mo kailangan makipag-away. Hindi mo rin kailangan maging suplada. You just need the right words and confidence. So, paano nga ba mag-set ng boundaries, ng maayos? So, to yung mga samples na pwede mong gamitin. Some of the words that I also have used in my previous clients. Hi. Tapos tawagin mong client name. I'd love to help, but that task is actually outside our agreed scope. Would you like me to quote for the additional time? Yan, effective yan pagka direct hire ka. Pero if it's a client na nakuha mo sa agency, it's the agency yung sasabihan mo niyan. Okay? Sabi mo, hi, agency representative. I'd love to help my client about this particular task. However, this is outside of my contract's scope. Would you like me or can you provide additional rate or hours for this particular task so that it's going to be an overtime or it's going to be an additional bayad sa akin. Parang ganon. Something to those lines. Another example is, hey, I'm currently focused on our agreed tasks and I want to make sure I deliver quality output. Shall we revisit this next week or discuss additional support? So, ganun din yan, pag direct client, pwede mong sabihin na you're focusing on a certain task na, of course, highest priority for the day. And if she or he, the client, wants to deliver yung isa pang task, kamo baka pwedeng i-revisit nyo yan tomorrow, next week, or di naman kaya mag-ask na siya ng additional support, no? And then another one na example na pwede niyong sabihin, again, depende ito sa sitwasyon ha. So kayo na lang ang magde-decide which one of this is more applicable dun sa situation ninyo. Ito yung isa, I understand this is urgent, but I'll need to prioritize my current list to ensure quality work. Is it okay if I finish this first? No. So pag ganyan, isipin ni client, meron pa akong naka-pending na binigay sa kanya. So, okay, si client na mismo yung babawit. Sabi niya, sige, bukas na yan o kaya next week na yan. Hindi naman, highest priority yan. Diba? So, you need to be transparent. You need to be vocal about what your feelings are. If you are already feeling uncomfortable or napipilitan ka na lang dahil nga, nagiging people pleaser na nga tayo, ayan. No, yan yung mga pwede nyong sabihin sa kliyente. See? Kind ka pa rin naman, di ba? And very clear yung intentions mo dyan pag yan yung mga sinabi mo. By the way, speaking of strong and empowered VA moms, abangan nyo ang next episode dahil makakasama natin ang 2 graduates namin sa The Mommy Lounge Academy. Actually, nauna ang graduate sa Remote Works Academy and now yung isa, pinagpatuloy niya sa The Mommy Lounge Academy. Si Mami Eva na pumalik sa VA world after several years of being a full-time mom, dati siyang team leader ng internal team namin and now, may clients na siya under Remote Works Consulting. Yes, clients, hindi lang isa. At si Mami Crystalline naman galing sa office-based work at ngayon ay nasa second phase na ng training bilang project coordinator. She's also a mom and she's managing 3 different projects for me and with me right now. Soon, magiging isa na rin siyang project manager ng aming agency. Exciting, di ba? Kaya ko rin yun. Di ba? Mapapaganyan ka talaga. Now, how to shift from people-pleasing to becoming an empowered kindness or having empowered kindness? So, let's make this practical lang. So, one, siguro, create a clear contract. Lalo kung direct hire, pinag-uusapan. Or kung through agency man yan, make sure na vocal ka dun sa agency mo. Na ito yung gusto kong klaro na masasabi sa kontrata. Usually, may mga standard contract na sila. Make sure na babasahin nyo talaga every clause na nandun sa contract. And ilista nyo kamo, ipalista ninyo yung scope of work, yung specific task na gagawin. Then siguro, respect your own time, May anak ka, may asawa ka, may sarili kang health, and hindi ka robot. Then say no with respect. Hindi rude yung pagsasabi ng boundaries. Actually, mas professional pa nga diba? Pag when you say no and you acted in good faith naman, then yeah, go ahead, Push back nyo yung yung additional responsibility out of scope na binibigay sa inyo. Have a support group. I think very important to. And that's why I created na rin the Mommy Lounge na Facebook group. So you can join those kind of groups online. Talk to other mommies. Huwag mo i-isolate yung sarili mo. For sure, may ibang mommy na nakaka-relate sa pinagdadaanan mo. So, final words lang to our VA mommies. You are more than your deliverables. You are worthy of respect, rest, and fair compensation. Hindi mo kailangang bawiin, ang kindness para lang ma-please yung client mo. If a client leaves you because you said no, then they were never really your client, to begin with. Ang totoong kabaitan ay may kakambal na self-respect. And remember this, clients cannot exploit you unless you allow them to. So that's it for today's episode, mga mommies. Kung may natutunan kayo, please follow us on Spotify and please leave a rating so that I know if I'm doing this right and if you are loving my content. Share nyo rin po sa ibang mga VA friends nyo, kahit singles, share nyo na rin. Especially yung mga nagpapakabait sa client pero ubus na. Abangan nyo yung episode na, yun nga, interview ko with Mami Eva and Mami Crystalline. For now, this is Mami Loy reminding you, kindness is a strength, not a weakness, but only when you also include yourself. See you next time!